Amid the cacophony of prison life, Alex's solitude becomes a haunting presence, a ghost that lurks around every corner of the bustling yard. Inmates joke and shout, yet Alex feels like an outsider, adrift in a sea of faces that bear no resemblance to connection. Each day blends into the next, the high walls leaning in, pressing against his thoughts. With every step, memories of freedom and laughter seem to echo in the air, stark against the gritty concrete of his confinement. Emotionally ensnared, he grapples with a weight heavier than any sentence, a haunting loneliness that no amount of noise can fill. This desperate isolation pushes him deeper into the recesses of his mind, igniting a yearning that won't die, teasing the edges of his reality with fragmented memories and unfulfilled dreams. Little does he know, this inner struggle will awaken something within him that can no longer remain hidden. The stillness that follows a lockdown hangs heavily in the air, as if the prison itself is holding its breath. Alex's thoughts spiral, each moment of quiet amplifying his fears, dredging up memories he'd rather forget. Those eerie echoes of laughter from outside the walls clash with the oppressive silence surrounding him, deepening his sense of despair. He recalls the warmth of family gatherings, the simplicity of a sunset, and the camaraderie of friends, contrasting sharply with his reality. This haunting silence is punctuated only by faint sounds, a distant clank of metal, the shuffle of feet, that remind him of where he is and what he's lost. In this cocoon of solitude, Alex begins to confront the truth of his past choices and the life he once envisioned, igniting within him a flicker of defiance against the walls closing in. Today, the echoes of his regrets will compel him to remember who he truly is. The unwritten economy of prison life operates just as vividly as the physical walls that contain them. In this tense atmosphere, Alex navigates the intricacies of survival within these confines, revealing his awareness of a bartering system that dictates the lives of the inmates. A palpable tension hangs as he approaches Jason, an intimidating figure in the yard, contemplating whether to enter into a risky deal for protection. As the negotiation unfolds, Alex grapples with trust and the lengths one must go to ensure safety in a brutal environment. The stakes are high, and with every choice made, he questions his morals and the price of survival. In these moments, Alex realizes that the hardest transactions might not involve currency, but rather the pieces of his integrity. Each decision he faces leads him further into a landscape where loyalty and betrayal coexist, forcing him to confront what he is willing to sacrifice. In the midst of this harsh reality, a flicker of kindness unexpectedly brightens Alex's days. A brief exchange with a guard, usually a figure of authority, transforms into a moment of genuine connection. As the guard shares a few encouraging words, Alex feels an unfamiliar warmth that momentarily chases away the oppressive atmosphere of confinement. This interaction prompts him to reflect on the humanity that can emerge even in the bleakest of environments. He begins to ponder these small gestures, recognizing their profound impact on his spirit. Each act of kindness becomes a lifeline, reminding him that compassion can coexist alongside the grim realities of prison life. This burgeoning awareness might just spark a change within him, illuminating the path toward resilience. With renewed hope, Alex embraces the notion that even amidst despair, moments of grace can shine through. As the warmth of unexpected kindness settles in Alex's heart, a profound realization dawns. The echoes of his past mistakes weigh heavier than he anticipated. He stands at the crossroads of his life, acutely aware of the disappointment etched on his family's faces. Each memory of what could have been pushes him deeper into a sea of regret. The longing for redemption becomes a palpable force, urging him to express feelings he has kept bottled up for so long. He imagines the embraces he once took for granted and the laughter of his loved ones, all tinged with the pain of his choices. These reflections ignite a fierce determination within him, revealing that to seek forgiveness, he must first confront the reality of his actions. In acknowledging his regrets, Alex takes the first step towards healing, ready to rewrite his narrative. As Alex's contemplation of redemption deepens, the anticipation of a family visit looms large. The prospect stirs a mix of excitement and anxiety within him. The chance to reconnect feels like a flicker of hope in the otherwise oppressive reality of his confinement. He envisions the warmth of their familiar embrace, the laughter they once shared, and the conversations that might mend old wounds. Yet uncertainty lingers, casting a long shadow over his anticipation. Memories flood in, revealing both love and disappointment intertwined. Will they see the change he hopes to convey, or will the pain of his past overshadow his efforts? Amidst this emotional turbulence, his longing for small, ordinary joys surfaces: a serene walk in the park, shared meals, and carefree moments. It is in these dreams of freedom that he finds the strength to face whatever awaits him, bolstered by the belief that reconnecting could spark the beginning of his transformation. The tension from the family visit has not subsided. Rather, it lingers, intensifying the anxiety that already clings to Alex like a second skin. As he witnesses a violent clash unfold amongst the inmates, his perspective shifts dramatically. This brawl forces him to reckon with the choices that have led him here, laying bare the thin veneer between survival instincts and the yearning for inner peace. Each punch thrown seems to echo his own internal struggles, driving him to question his values and the path he's choosing. In the chaos, a powerful realization emerges. Hope isn't merely a distant dream, but a forge within him, capable of reshaping his desires and decisions. This newfound understanding ignites a flame of resolve, urging Alex to seek not just survival, but a life defined by purpose and compassion. With this insight, he finally begins to believe in the possibility of a brighter future. In the aftermath of tumultuous thoughts and haunting memories, Alex finds himself reflecting on the recurrent patterns that shape his experience in confinement. Each cycle of introspection reveals a depth of emotion previously masked by survival instincts. As he sifts through his feelings, he understands that growth is not a linear process, but rather a series of interconnected moments. Each encounter, whether uplifting or discouraging, adds layers to his understanding of self and others. In this perpetual loop of reflection, Alex acknowledges the importance of these revelations, realizing they serve as building blocks for his character. The realization that he can learn from even the most painful experiences brings a sense of clarity, illuminating the path ahead. With renewed conviction, he embraces the knowledge that every cycle of reflection brings him closer to the transformation he seeks. Change, he recognizes, is an ever-evolving journey. Chapter 9: Forgotten Dreams. As memories of his past flicker like fragile flames in Alex's mind, he is transported to a time before incarceration. Vivid dreams of becoming an artist, painting his way through life, and the thrill of youthful ambition remind him of who he once aspired to be. Each recollection brings a pang of longing, sharply contrasting the stark gray of his current surroundings. The laughter of friends in art studios, the encouragement of teachers, and the quiet moments of inspiration now seem like echoes from a distant world. In these reflective moments, he grasps the significance of those dreams, realizing they were not merely whimsical wishes, but the very essence of his identity. This exploration of his lost aspirations leads him to a realization that the spark within him isn't extinguished. Rather, it waits patiently to be rekindled, urging him toward a deeper understanding of his life's purpose. In this chapter, Alex stands at a precipice of self-discovery, where the weight of his despair culminates in a fierce urgency for change. The memories of lost ambitions bounce against the concrete walls, igniting a rebellion within him. Stripped of distractions, he realizes that deep connections with family and friends shaped his identity, fueling his dreams. Yet now distanced from that vibrant past, he seeks clarity and strength amidst the bleakness surrounding him. As he navigates through painful recollections, he acknowledges the dreams left behind, recognizing their enduring presence. With a profound sense of longing, he embraces the possibility of rekindling his passion for art. This realization acts as a catalyst for hope, compelling him to confront the choices that brought him here. Through reflection, he begins to understand that transformation is not only possible, but essential for his future. Alex's journey toward renewal is just beginning. In the emotional aftermath of the family visit, Alex faces the heart-wrenching reality of his actions and the pain inflicted on his loved ones. The disappointment etched on their faces serves as a stark reminder of the cost of his choices, compelling him to dive deeper into the well of his past. He grapples with the weight of their unspoken sentiments, reflecting on how his decisions have severed the bonds that once tethered them together. This confrontation crystallizes his resolve to seek redemption, pushing him to reconsider not just the person he was, but the man he aspires to become. As Alex navigates through this turbulent emotional landscape, he begins to contemplate the possibility of forging a new path. Each painful revelation becomes a stepping stone toward transformation, guiding him closer to the pivotal moment where he will ultimately choose to embrace change or remain entangled in the consequences of his past. In the wake of the visit, the air is thick with unresolved emotions, pressing on Alex's chest like a weight he can scarcely bear. He's faced with a pivotal choice, one that centers around Jason and another inmate who has threatened his newfound sense of self. As he contemplates retaliation, the echoes of his family's disappointment ring in his ears, urging him towards a more compassionate path. He recalls the warmth of the guard's kind words and the shared vulnerabilities with his fellow inmates, understanding that strength can sometimes lie in forgiveness rather than aggression. With each passing moment, the decision crystallizes. He will reject the cycle of violence and instead choose to rise above. It becomes clear that by embracing forgiveness, he is not only protecting others, but also reclaiming his own destiny. Embracing this choice will shape the man he hopes to become. In this moment of clarity, Alex reflects on his journey through confinement, understanding how each experience has molded his present self. The pathway ahead feels uncertain but filled with potential, illuminated by the lessons learned from pain and vulnerability. He recognizes that life's trials, while confining in ways he could not have foreseen, have also revealed the depths of his spirit and insights about resilience. With a newfound commitment to break free from the limitations set by his past, he begins to envision a future that transcends these walls. The act of choosing forgiveness not only alters his interactions within the prison, but it also ignites a sense of liberation within his heart. As he contemplates the strength it takes to embrace hope, Alex grasps the profound truth. True freedom begins within, and thus he is ready to emerge, unshackled in spirit and intent.